by lots of clapping, cheering, applause. Now, here we go. Next week on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio. Very, very good. Okay, so as long as nothing goes wrong, the show should be ending in right about an hour, followed by the encore section. Michael often has an announcement, little story time, and you know the artist will throw something super special your way. So please stay seated for that encore. Okay, my eyes are on you guys. Are you ready for the show to begin? Those were kind of inside voices. That's okay. Are you guys ready for the show to begin? Let's welcome to the stage the host of the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour, musician Michael Jonathan.
Welcome everybody to Monday night. Let's say hello to our chief engineer, Jerome Galt, sitting in the back of the room. The amazing Maria Claridge is up in the TV booth. We have an incredible all-volunteer-run crew. They worked very, very hard today, and they deserve a big round of thanks and applause. They're all volunteers. They do an amazing job. Like Dorothy said, the show will last about 59 minutes, assuming nothing breaks. Every once in a while, that will happen. But this crew will be all over it like white on rice. They're really, really good. They're volunteers, but their heart is very powerful, and they're very motivated, and we appreciate them so much, so much. You're going to see a lot of movement during the show. I need to move around. The camera folks need to move around. The crew has to move around to get things done. It's radio and television, internet, live audience. The artists have needs. So when you see movement going on, please do not think anybody's being rude to the artists. They know what's going on. They appreciate the amount of very hard work that goes into creating the WoodSongs broadcast. Just picture it. They come into a theater, it's bare empty. They create the WoodSongs stage, cables, lights, microphones, cameras, connections, everything, and then when they're done, they put it all away as though WoodSongs was never here on a Monday, and they are incredible that way. After the show's over, the artists will do an encore for you, and then just be patient. They're going to be out in the lobby to say hello to everybody, so don't feel like you have to run off. So, yes?
Can you hear it in the radio in that one? Can you hear it? Yeah, it must be the one in front. We need to upgrade a little bit the microphones in front. Right?
Oh, they are wrapped kind of heavy, yeah.
Yeah, that immediately helped.
So what Jerome is talking about is we have a really crummy radio station getting antennaed. I don't know if it's crummy, I can't hear it, so.
It's not great.
It's not great.
It's not great.
Is that better, Jerome?
Yes, that is much better. Thank you.
All right.
Yep, all clear.
So audio's ready? Audio's ready. Who's running, are you our our clock person tonight? Okay. How's TV? TV upstairs? We're good? Okay, here we go.
Support for WoodSong Show number 1148 is provided by the Kentucky Department of Tourism, Martin Guitars, visit Lex.com, the Lyric Theater, Travel Host Magazine, and our family of WoodSongs partners. Special thanks to the beautiful Clarion Hotel and Conference Center, welcoming visitors to Lexington, Kentucky, the horse capital of the world, celebrating 250 years, and home for parks, museums, festivals, great music, and WoodSongs. Take your next vacation trip to the musical state of Kentucky. For information, visit our website at woodsongs.com.
Here on the Louisiana Hayride. His name is Hank Williams, the drifting cowboy.
On the Grand Ole Opry, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys.
Hi, this is Emmylou Harris.
Hi, folks. This is Sam Bush.
Hello, this is Odetta.
This is Joan Baez, and you're listening to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And now, gather the family around and sit back in your easy chair
It's time again for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour, our worldwide celebration of grassroots music. Let's welcome folk singer Michael Jonathan.
There's a front porch round the old home place. All my troubles disappear without a trace. And children play all summer long. The world feels right, like nothing's wrong. And fireflies dance on a starry night round the old front porch tonight. Round the old front porch tonight. There's a front porch round my true love's eyes. I could sit and watch that girl all my life. And in her eyes this world feels right. She's a gentle and such a peaceful sight. And since the day that girl became my wife, I've had a front porch round my life. I've had a front porch round my life. We need a front porch round the world. We need a front porch round America. We gotta slow it down and learn to set a spell. Start serving lemonade instead of hell. I wish these leaders could outlaw fear. I wish they'd lead from a rocking chair. We need a front porch round the world. We need a front porch round the world. We need a front porch round this old world.
WoodSongs is presented in part by our family of WoodSongs partners, by the Kentucky Department of Tourism and VisitLex.com, inviting people from all over the world to visit our lakes, mountains, parks, sports, music and art festivals, and more. You can explore everything Kentucky has to offer your family vacation online at KentuckyTourism.com. And by the Martin Guitar Company, building handcrafted guitars for professionals and front porch pickers since 1833. Online at martinguitars.com.
And welcome everybody to the beautiful and historic Lyric Theater here in our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky. We're broadcasting all over the world from Australia to Ireland, New Zealand to New York, Yuma, Arizona to the Yukon and across Canada. What are we doing? We are celebrating this wonderful musical world of the front porch, your front porch in Canada, Australia, all over the world, that wonderful organic spirit of real artists, real music, real poetry. Artists come from everywhere to be on our broadcast, and we say it every week. You don't have to be famous to be on WoodSongs. You just have to be very, very good. That is the case. We have a wonderful artist all the way from Australia. We've got some amazing WoodSongs kids from Missouri, but first up is a spectacular artist in his own right. His father was Steve Young, who wrote Seven Bridges Roads for the Eagles. He's got an amazing story. He's an artist in his own right, and he's got a brand new album called Squirrels. He's going to perform the title cut for us. Please welcome Jubal Lee Young to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Squirrels running all up in my attic, generating chaos, causing static, breaking my concentration like a drunken promise. 99 problems, I feel bad for you, son. Just be glad the squirrels ain't one. It ain't nearly half as fun as it looks in the comics. Squirrels, that's half my problem, squirrels. Man, I got them, squirrels. Running through my rafters. When I get on task, they want to break my focus. Finishing a thought sometimes seems hopeless. What was I saying? Oh yeah, squirrels. It's always been this way, and I just can't have a tin can over the hole. I like to see, but I don't like sand. When I don't know what to do, I just clap hands. Now we just need a billionaire to shovel this coal. Squirrels, that's half my problem, squirrels. Man, I got them, squirrels. Running through my rafters. Squirrels are a menace, let people tell me. Much worse than having bats and you feel free. What was I saying? Oh yeah, squirrels. They just go live in a tree. Humanity can't know the cost of the brilliant thoughts that have been lost to squirrels. It's half my problem, squirrels. Man, I got them, squirrels. Running through my rafters. When I get on task, they want to break my focus. Finishing a thought sometimes seems hopeless. What was I saying? Oh yeah, squirrels. Squirrels are a menace, letting people tell me. Much worse than having bats in your bill free. What was I saying? Oh yeah, squirrels. What was I saying? Oh yeah, squirrels.
Title cut from his new album, Squirrels. Jubilee Young, it's nice to have you here. Thanks for coming and visiting.
Thank you very much for having us,
So
Mike.
you're coming from a very artistic background. Mom and Dad were both, your dad, of course, songwriter. Your mom was a very artistic person as well.
She also wrote songs and eventually poetry, prose, and studied the English language in depth, for sure.
So as a young person, you're sort of absorbing your parents' very artistic, musical celebrity world, I would say, right?
Somewhat, sure. I mean, a lot of their friends were more infamous than famous, maybe, and maybe not even at the time, like later, like, Waylon was certainly famous.
And of course, your dad wrote a very famous song for Waylon Jennings. Right?
Waylon did do Lonesome, Ornery, and Mean. Yes, he did.
So your dad's influence on you as a songwriter, was that impactful for you? I mean,
absolutely. No, I think some of my tendency to write about subjects that are not your typical pop radio fare come directly from him, and he encouraged me to do that. I know.
Well, you're sort of carrying the mantle of a very strong tradition that I hate to use the word outlaw country and label it, but folks like Shooter Jennings and
Sure.
others, you're in that world with them. Guy Clark,
Yeah.
Townes Van Zandt. So you're not necessarily looking at the top 40. You're looking at the audience underneath it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, these were more cult figures than famous people in many cases, and you know, it was a neat way to grow up. I mean, just being around some definite characters.
Well, you got some characters on stage with you. You got Jeff Burke playing the mandolin, did a spectacular job on that song. Charlie Pate on bass, and this guy Marcus Stadler, one of the finest engineers in Nashville. He does Michael Martin Murphy's albums. He's playing banjo with you, a really good guy. So you continued your cast of characters through time.
Absolutely.
So we're going to get back into your album, Squirrels. An interesting title of a song and an interesting title for an album.
Sure, yeah. It just felt normal to me. I mean, it's kind of my reality. I probably was amongst that group of kids in the 70s that squeaked by getting the ADHD diagnosis because I was a little calm on the outside and
a little crazy on the inside.
And smart. I could take their tests.
Yeah,
you know?
right. Well, we're going to talk more about your father, Steve Young. You got a tribute song for your dad in the second half hour. So I want folks to stay tuned. That was the wonderful songwriter that wrote Seven Bridges Road for the Eagles, and there's a lot of stories that go with it. So stay tuned, but we're going to get back into Squirrels, which is an interesting title for an album, and here's a song appropriately called Weird. It's Jubal Lee Young on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio.
Don't you think it's strange? Don't you think it's kind of funny that the poor fight to the nail so the rich man can keep his money? They carry his water uphill both ways and hope they'll be the rich man someday, but it almost never works out that way. So don't you think it's strange? Don't you think it's a little bit odd? Don't you think it's kind of weird? One shouting loudest in opposition often turn out a little queer. The congressman that wants to imprison them all caught waving his hand under the men's room stall. Wouldn't it be easier to be who you are? Don't you think that's kind of weird? It's not everybody else's job to make you comfortable. Might as well lay that Bible down and let's just cut the bull. You can't believe in hope and love and then trade in hate and fear. Watching you all try has just been weird. Don't you think it's a bit peculiar? Ain't it beyond belief? Try to give a poor child a free lunch and they'll make you feel like a thief. But if they want $1 billion to build a wall, suddenly money ain't no problem at all. I hope someday your hearts will thaw, 'cause ain't it beyond belief? Isn't it uncanny? Just a bit curious. Things that don't affect their lives make some folks so furious. Why do you care what's in my pants? If you're really not sure, just don't ask me to dance. Instead of filming one of your video rants, it's just a bit curious. It's not everybody else's job to make you comfortable. You might as well lay that Bible down and let's just cut the bull. You can't believe in hope and love and then trading hate and fear. Watching you all try has just been weird. Yeah, when you all try has just been weird.
The song is called Weird, from an album called Squirrel. If you want, I think everybody should own that song. Everybody needs to own a song about putting Bibles down, men's room stalls, and what's in your pants. This thing is very, very appropriate for the times that we're in. If you want to know more about the music of Jubal Lee Young, all you have to do is go to the WoodSongs website, click on the archive page. This is show number 1148. We'll show you how you can connect to Jubal Lee Young, make his music part of your home music collection, as well as our next artist. We're so glad that she's able to revisit WoodSongs again because we enjoyed her so much that first time that she was with us. She's got an extremely powerful voice. She got her start as a teenager playing in the bars and clubs outside of Sydney, Australia. She's made her way into America, traveling all over the place. We're so glad she's here. She's got a brand new album, very interesting to talk about. It's called Choking on Fuel. This is a tune called All Hard Feelings. Please welcome Imogen Clark to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio album.
Say I'm fine, but I'm not doing well. Perpetually overwhelmed. Every cruel thing they ever said, living rent-free in my head, building up my emotional debt. I'm the salt, and it's probably my fault that I fall too hard, and I show them my cards, only play their hand when they know I'm all in, then I line on up and do it all again. I'm going under, saying I'm over it, fight for the closure, but maybe it don't exist. I love, but I don't let go. Every paper cuts down to the bone. Time doesn't ease my mind, 'cause I'm all hard feelings. Lost my mind trying to understand yours, even though I knew what I was in for. Can't remember what I did last week, but I can still hear your burnt CD. Hey, it's just another thing on repeat. I'm a mess, I'm a fraud, give you everything I got, only see what you want, and what you want is a blonde. So I'll put you in my pocket and I'll carry you around with everybody who ever let me down. I'm going singing I'm over it, fight for the closure, but maybe it don't exist. I love, but I don't let go. Every paper cuts down to the bone. Time doesn't ease my mind, 'cause I'm hard feelings. Say I'm fine, but I'm not doing well.
Wow, what a voice.
Thank you.
Imogen Clark, the album's called Choking on Fuel, All Hard Feelings. Who hurt you?
Everybody.
Everybody. So that's like sort of the antithesis of no hard feelings.
Basically written about the fact that I've never gotten over anything that's ever happened to me in my entire life. I really have a problem forgiving people, and so I wanted to poke fun at that, really.
Well, but in person, you're so gentle and sweet, though. I mean, that truly is. And the power of an immaculate voice like yours and an acoustic guitar, you're sort of returning to that world because your new album, you had an album called The Art of Getting Through, yes, which is sort of full band.
Yeah.
Right? And Choking on Fuel is sort of a reinterpretation. You're sort of covering yourself.
Absolutely. I think the main reason behind that was that I've spent so much time touring solo or with a very stripped back, duo or trio lately, and so I felt like I really wanted to capture that on a record. I wanted to capture that intimacy of those shows. And
doing it live, I mean, it's sort of a brave thing. When you were the band, I mean, Jubal Young's got a spectacular band and stuff, but he's surrounded by all this extra support. You're by yourself in the spotlight, and the only one who can mess up is you.
Yeah.
And that takes a lot of bravery to stand there and do that.
Thank you. It's terrifying, but I love it.
So what would you tell other artists that are thinking of not jettisoning the band, but pursuing something by themselves, alone, on the stage? I mean, Dylan, that famous image of Dylan at the Royal Albert Hall in the spotlight, in front of 3,500 people, right?
Yeah.
That is an amazing visual. And so many have yearned
Absolutely.
To achieve that.
Yeah, I think that's a really good question, because I think it's so scary. It's more frightening when you're doing these things by yourself, but it's also, there's something so rewarding and satisfying about being so vulnerable and just sharing all of yourself with a crowd when no one's with you. It feels so special, and that's kind of why I love doing shows like that.
And a lot of your songs are very introspective. I mean, there's a lot of self-discovery in it. The song you just sang is a good example of that, right? But when you're recording, it's fun to have help. And on the song that you're about to perform from us, you did have a certain musician help you in the studio to record this, probably one of the most amazing guitarists in the world, also from Australia. So how did you meet up with Tommy Emmanuel?
So Tommy Emmanuel and I have actually never met in person just yet. We have a few mutual friends. It's so funny in this modern world of recording from afar, but we obviously, as you said, both Australians, and I've been to see him play many times, and we have some mutual friends. And I just emailed him and asked if he would be willing to play guitar on this song that I'd written with Jim Lauderdale. And he just said yes. And it was one of those things where you just, you idolize somebody, and sometimes you just have to ask the question. The worst that can happen is that they say no. And thankfully, he said yes, and he was very, gracious and so sweet and kind about the song, and promoted it himself, which was so lovely.
Tommy is that way, and he's also a very strong mentor of the younger guitar world, right?
Yes.
The younger kids, and he's very quick to invite them on stage, let them open for him, right? That's a nice thing to see, right?
He is lovely.
And it encourages you to do the same for others, no doubt.
Absolutely. It makes me feel like there's such a lovely, he leaves a lovely legacy. I feel like he's just he's full of warmth, and I really appreciate that about him.
Well, you certainly reflect the same that we've always found out about you. You've got an album called Choking on Fuel. It really is a very acoustic interpretation of Imogen Clark. This is a tune off that she recorded with Tommy Emmanuel on that album. It's called If I Want In. It's Imogen Clark on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
If your heart never breaks, you won't know how it feels, and you won't appreciate what seemed to be so real. If you've never felt the pain when the world if your heart never breaks. If it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all, then why do I feel the cost isn't worth the fall? If it always worked out and nothing ever went wrong, if happiness was always your end, and if life was always long, we all wish that we were stronger, but we all make mistakes. You won't learn who you'll be if your heart never breaks. If it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all, then why do I feel the cost isn't worth the fall? We all wish that we were stronger, but we all make mistakes. You won't know how love is made if your heart never breaks. Oh, if your heart never breaks.
What a beautiful song. From her album, Choking on Fuel, if I Want is the name of the song. Imogen Clark, all the way from Australia. We've got the incredible Jubal Lee Young. We're going to have a great story in the second half hour from him. And wait till you meet this week's WoodSongs kids, all the way from Missouri. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to WoodSongs Show number 1148, broadcasting around the world by the foothills of Appalachia in Lexington, Kentucky. If you would like to attend a WoodSongs broadcast, you can find reservation and show schedules on our website, woodsongs.com. We'll be back after the break with Jubilee Young, Imogen Clark, and our amazing WoodSongs kids on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. WoodSongs is presented in part by the Kentucky Department of Tourism and VisitLex.com, inviting families from all over the world to celebrate Lexington's 250th anniversary year. WoodSongs is an all-volunteer multimedia front porch for artists worldwide. You can visit our archived past shows, attend a broadcast while in Kentucky, or become a WoodSongs partner from our website, woodsongs.com.
This is Michael Martin Murphy, and you're listening to Michael Jonathan in the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Here's Mr. Wildfire. It's nice to hear Michael Martin Murphy's voice. And welcome back, everybody, to the second half of our broadcast. We're coming to you from our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky, the crossroads of America's folk and bluegrass music, the gateway city to the beautiful Appalachian Mountains, where so much of this wonderful, amazing music does come from. We're on the air all over the world, like WETS-FM in Johnson City, Tennessee, Spokane Public Radio in Washington, 98.1 The River in Asheville, North Carolina, the 11 stations of WVFT in Virginia, and KYAC-FM in Mill City, Oregon, just a few of the stations that are hearing this great show. We're also on public television coast to coast. We're on the RFD television network, and we're on American Forces Radio Network, of which this show on the radio, 2 different channels in 177 nations, from South Korea to Kuwait, plus every single military base in the world, every U.S. naval ship in the world, every Coast Guard vessel gets to hear Wood Songs twice every weekend as we bring them a little piece of home, and it's always nice to say hello to the men and women that are out there. It's a very interesting time around the world, and we're so glad that we can bring the spirit of the front porch everywhere to people, especially those that get to tune in and find out what this music is all about. We're in schools as well. If you're a teacher or a homeschool parent, you just go to the Wood Songs website, click on the classroom page, and you'll see a wonderful array of these shows, including like Tommy Emmanuel and others with lesson plans. And you can introduce your kids to the front porch music that we celebrate on Wood Songs. And that brings us to this part of the show, which I enjoy very much. We invite youngsters from somewhere in America. They come on the show. They get to sing one song in the presence of seasoned touring artists like Imogen Clark, like Jubal Young. And let's welcome the Ozark Echoes from Springfield, Missouri. How you guys doing? So we have Abby Arnold playing mandolin. Abby, you're Addie. You're 17 years old, right?
Yes,
How long have you been playing the mandolin?
About 5 years now.
About 5 years, and putting a group together. There you have you on mandolin. Chloe is a wonderful vocalist and a fiddle player. We're going to hear her voice in a minute. And Jahil on the guitar, and Mama Bear's in the back there playing the bass. How did you rope Mommy in that? How did you get Mommy involved in the band?
What?
How did you get your mother involved in the band?
So we wanted to compete in a competition like last year, me and my sister and our friends, and we didn't have anybody to play bass because in our audition video she played guitar for us, and we had to have the same people in the audition video play on the stage, and she was like, well, I guess we have to have you in the band, so you're going to play bass, and here she is.
She got us. Well, let's give Mommy a big round of applause. So let me ask Mom, was it hard for you to learn the bass in order to play with the kids?
Oh yeah, I'm a fake. I'm faking
You're a fake?
it till I make it. Yeah, it's good. It's fun though. I enjoy it more than the guitar. I feel like I'm a little more productive on the bass.
Well, it must be nice to see the kids blossom musically like this, and you're supporting them. Yeah. So Chloe, you're going to sing and play fiddle. You're an amazing fiddle player, by the way. Now what is it about this song called "The Fox" that you love singing?
I don't know. I think it's just very fun. It has a lot of energy and a good vibe.
Okay, we're going to hear it. And then Jahil, you've been playing the guitar. How long have you been playing the guitar?
Probably about 3 years.
About 3 years, and you're 15 years old.
Yes.
Okay, well, you guys are going to rock it. The tune is called "The Fox," all the way from Springfield, Missouri. It's the Ozark Echoes, this week's Wood Songs Kids. They call the Ozark Echoes this week's WoodSongs kids all the way from Springfield, Missouri. Addie, 17 years old, on the mandolin. Chloe, playing fiddle. She's 15. Jahil is on the guitar. He's 15 years old. And Mama Bear's in the back. We're not going to ask her how old she is, but she's playing the bass. If you have a youngster that you think belongs on the WoodSongs broadcast, we want to hear from you. If you're the parent or the guardian, please contact us. You just go to the WoodSongs website, click on the kids page, and we look at every single review that comes in. And isn't it wonderful to hear old-time music in the hands of young kids doing so well with it? Speaking of young artists, he comes from a very musical family. We're going to talk to him about a really spectacular story about his dad, who was Steve Young, who wrote Seven Bridges Road for the Eagles. We'll get to that in a minute, but he's going to go back to his album Squirrels. This is called Hand-Painted Portuguese Punch Bowl. Talk about weird titles. It's Jubal Young on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio.
Took my granny to the antique mall, rows of old things she could still recall. Then she spied something high on the back wall. She couldn't live without it. It didn't do much for me, but that didn't matter. Fragile thing like her, a short fall might shatter. So I hollered at the clerk and he ran to get a ladder. Granny, she was all about it. It was a hand-painted Portuguese punch bowl, 17 cups and a big glass ladle. A hand-painted Portuguese punch bowl, someday will throw us a party. She got it, she's moved at least 18 times, back and forth across at least 9 state lines. She ain't thrown one party, but Lord, how it shines, and she ain't gonna live without it. She loves that hand-painted Portuguese punch bowl, 17 cups and a big glass ladle. A hand-painted Portuguese punch bowl, someday will throw us a party. Well, the years rolled on and the days got gone, and that party never got started. Till one day we found we were gathered round to honor the dearly departed. Yep, Granny up and died, she hung up the fiddle. Pardon me if I tear up just a little at the wake what was sitting on a table in the middle. I don't know what you was thinking. We got us a keg, but I got a boxed up hand-painted Portuguese punch bowl, 17 cups and a big glass ladle. A hand-painted Portuguese punch bowl, someday will throw us a party. I got a boxed up hand-painted Portuguese punch bowl, 17 cups and a big glass ladle. Hand-painted Portuguese punch bowl, someday will throw us a party. Yeah, someday will throw us a party.
Jubal Young from his album Squirrels. It's a great album. And Jubal, you come from a very interesting background. Of course, your mom, we talked about earlier. poet, songwriter. She even spent time as a hermit for a little while.
She did.
Which was interesting. Your dad, though, became one of the most important songwriters of the 70s, helping a group called the Eagles with Seven Bridges Road. So it's unfortunate that the world of licensing and stuff prevents us from letting you perform that song. It just doesn't seem fair that you can't perform the song that your dad did, but that's the world we're living in right now. But you did write a tribute to him.
I did. I wrote this one several years ago, and we redid it, re-recorded it for last year's Wild Birds Warble album, and this is called Angel with a Broken Heart. And yeah, I wrote it about my dad and the many, unknowns that are truly great, that are out there every night playing some little club near you.
Yeah, working hard. And your dad kind of struggled in his last years. He got pretty ill there for a while.
He had a fall and had a brain injury in the last 6 months of his life. But
well, I think it's great that you, as his son, continue to keep his legacy, his music alive. The tune is called "Angel with a Broken Heart." It's about his father. It's from his son, Jubal Young, on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio.
Late nights, dim lights, lonely red-eye flights, dinner at midnight at a truck stop alone. Hotels, motels, things most folks would call hell, but he knows how life feels right down to the bone.
The song is called "Angel with a Broken Heart," about his father, Steve Young, Jubilee Young, on our broadcast. Giving props to the great band behind him: Jeff Burke playing mandolin, Charlie Pate on bass, and the always incredible Marcus Stadler on banjo. Doing a great job, multi-talented fellas. She's multi-talented as well. She's got a brand new album called Choking on Fuel. She's returning to her acoustic roots. This is a tune called Sebastian. It's Imogen Clark on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio.
About to land, take the weary world by storm. You were ready for the ride, wasn't ready for the fall. In a cafe on 2 graves, brought her up, I bit my lip. Made a playlist for the train, told myself get over it. Conversations like a Joni song. Sometimes ride can start out feeling wrong. Imagine what we could be, Sebastian. Just you and me, old fashions. Sip it and see. I can change what you see when you're looking at me, Sebastian. What can I do? This magic breaking me in two. I can't shake the feeling that I'm cursed. I just wish that I had met you first. I'm so in awe of you. I just hope that she is too. Fever dreams give me away. In my sleep I play your name, harmonizing in the Canberra streets. When you went home with her, I could not breathe. Imagine what we could be, Sebastian. Just you and me, old fashions. Sip it and see. I can change what you see when you're looking at me, Sebastian. What can I do? This magic breaking me in two. I can't shake the feeling that I'm cursed. I just wish that I had met you first. How dare you make me feel what I'm not allowed to feel? How dare you belong with me when you belong to someone else? Imagine what we could be, Sebastian. Just you and me, old fashions. Sip it and see. I can change what you see when you're looking at me, Sebastian. What can I do? This magic breaking me in two. I can't shake the feeling that I'm cursed. Sebastian, Sebastian. Sebastian.
Power of a great voice with an acoustic guitar. Imogen Clark. Now you, from Australia, your dad was from England, right?
Yeah, my dad was born in Essex.
So you growing up around music from Led Zeppelin and Simon and Garfunkel, but your dad felt like it would be important for you to have classical voice lessons.
Yes, that's right. I did opera and operetta and musical theatre from the age of 8 to 18.
So is this where you get your incredible voice control?
Thank you. I think it is. I think I was taught really great technique really early on, and I'm so grateful for that. And I think it's, even though I haven't gone into the classical world, it's really informed a lot of the things I do in the contemporary music world. Like, I think it makes my diction good and all that sort of stuff. So I thank that early lessons, you know.
Well, you do something that you don't get to hear many singers do. Your speaking voice parallels your singing voice.
Thank you.
So I mean, that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, honestly, I think part of that was because I started singing when I was 8, and so I didn't really have any influences. You know, when you're 8, you don't really have any like people that you're listening to apart from what my parents were listening to. It wasn't like I didn't really know how to copy anyone else's voice. It just came out how it came out, and I'm really grateful for that now.
Well, and you also have sort of I don't want to use an inappropriate word, but you have a borderline yodel. I
love that. That's fine.
Is that okay?
That's
it's
absolutely
sort of
not
a
inappropriate.
falsetto crack in your voice that you control. You do it on purpose.
Yes, absolutely. I find that really fun, and I think maybe part of that is from the classical training and also, listening to a lot of country as well. It sort of all kind of fits in there somewhere.
Well, there's a lot of opera singers that yodel, I'm sure. It just works out just fine, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's get into your music. You're going to close our wonderful hour from your album, Choking on Fuel. It's a beautiful album. This is a tune called If Your Heart Never Breaks. It's Imogen Clark on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio.
There's a railway hotel in every town around here. If you stick around long enough, they'll make you disappear. There's ice in the summer, there's fights in the bars. And out west of the city, you never see stars. Everyone I know is either married or in rehab. I couldn't say which one is worse. I got too much supply and never enough demand. I killed a living in reverse. If I want in, I gotta get out. If I want in, I gotta get out of this. If I want in, I gotta get out of this town. I'm going after this fever dream. You gotta leave to be the homecoming queen. And I've left pieces of myself inside every single dive bar here in Western Sydney. So I took pieces of her with me. Everyone I know is either married or in rehab. I couldn't say which one is worse. I got too much supply and never enough demand. I can't live it in reverse. If I want in, I gotta get out. If I want in, I gotta get out of this. If I want in, I gotta get out of this town. I had to learn who I wasn't to find who I am. The streets of Windsor screaming, get out while you can. Don't wanna be a mother and wife to a man who I've known since I was 10. And he's telling all our friends, you should hear her when she sings her little songs on the weekends. Everyone I know is either married or in rehab. I couldn't say which one is worse. I got too much supply and never enough demand. I can't live it in reverse. If I want in, I gotta get out. If I want in, I gotta get out of this. If I want in, I gotta get out of this town. Oh, if I want in, if I want in, I gotta get out. If I want in, I gotta get out of this. If I want in, I gotta get out of this town. Oh, see you around. Oh, if I want in, I gotta get out of this town. I gotta get out of this.
Wasn't it great having Imogen Clark all the way from Australia, now settled in Nashville? Our WoodSongs kids this week, the Ozark Echoes, all the way from Springfield, Missouri. They did a great job. And the wonderful Jubal Lee Young, with the great stories that he has to tell, his new album called Squirrels. Music is an amazing thing. Music is a fundamental, heartfelt source inside of all of you. You may not play an instrument. You may not be able to sing like Imogen Clark. You may not be able to create tapestry of stories like Jubal Lee Young, but it's there in everybody. John Lennon said, everyone is an artist until they're told that they're not. And we're so grateful for our WoodSongs kids because they have parents that tell them they are. We love that. Henry David Thoreau said that in a world of peace and love, music would be the universal language, and I submit that now more than ever, we need that musical universal language everywhere. And it's artists like Jubal Young and Imogen Clark, our WoodSongs kids, that spread these different ideas. Some of them make you comfortable, some of them do not, but that's the idea of art. And Vincent van Gogh, I thought, said it best. He said, art is to console those who are broken by life. And that is so many people right now. There's so many folks that are hurting. Pick up your guitar and you will be surprised the power of your front porch. The greatest stage in the world is your living room couch, and the most wonderful audience are your own children, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Music does not have to be your livelihood to be a very powerful part of your life. So we encourage you to get out there and do it. My name is Michael Jonathan. I'm a folk singer, I am a song farmer, and we'll see you next week on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
You've been listening to WoodSongs broadcast number 1148. Michael's opening song was Front Porch from the Front Porch album. Our chief engineer is Jerome Gall. Our TV director is Maria Clare. Technical assistants are Brian Clausing, Aaron Anderson, Dan Field, and Gavin Clark. The WoodSongs crew member of the week is Gavin Clark, and our WoodSongs partner of the week is Karen Terrell. Our show is produced in support of Martin Guitars, the Kentucky Department of Tourism, and VisitLex.com, welcoming visitors from all over the world to Lexington, Kentucky. Special support provided by Hybrid Spring Water, the Clarion Hotel, Nate's Coffee, and Travel Host Magazine. WoodSongs and the WoodSongs Silver registered trademarks of Rachel Aubrey Music and distributed worldwide by the WoodSongs Radio Network and PRX, the Public Radio Exchange. For Michael Jonathan and the entire WoodSongs crew, this is Dorothy Edwards. We hope you'll join us again next week for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. The online version of WoodSongs is a free gift to our fans, provided by VisitLex.com and KentuckyTourism.com, inviting fans and families worldwide to attend our live broadcast tapings at the Lyric Theater in historic Lexington, Kentucky. The encore section is next. You can support our musical mission by becoming a WoodSongs partner. It's as simple as a PayPal click on our website, woodsongs.com.
Let's give Dorothy a big hand. She's here every week. She does a great job. Always ready to go. And thank you, the audience. You did great. And weren't the artists wonderful tonight? So we're going to get them to do encore performances as a thank you to the audience. And then when they're done, they'll be out in the lobby. Please stop and say hello. Some of them did bring their music. You get to bring that home with you. They would love for you to do that. It means the world to any artist when the audience takes their music home with them. So we're going to go in reverse order. We'll start with Imogen, then our WoodSongs kids, and then we'll end the evening with Jubal Young, and he is going to do a performance of his father's song, Seven Bridges Road. So that's going to happen here shortly. So why don't we start? Imogen, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you back. You come again on the next album.
I hope so too. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much. This song's called The Last of Me. Ashley was my New Year's kiss. I'm too poor to afford another man to fix. I wanna leave as soon as I walk in, but I can't catch the train in a dress like this. Come on. Sometimes I think that maybe I'm not me. I'm just parts of every person who I wanted to be. Cried to my doctor, so she doubled my dose. I guess store-bought is fine if you can't make your own. And I can't make my mind up this time. It's one step, 2 steps. My mother cries as she's holding my hand, and it's 3 steps, 4 steps, running to the rhythm of you haven't seen the last of me. You haven't seen the last of me yet. You haven't seen the last of me yet. You haven't seen the last of me yet. I felt the darkness lapping at the edge, but I combed my hair and brushed my teeth for my friends. Maybe sickness stole the last of my youth, but honey, there's no expiration on the heart's honest truth. Can't make my mind up this time on whether I'm gonna be alright. But it's 1 step, 2 steps. My mother cries as she's holding my hand, and it's 3 steps, 4 steps, running to the rhythm of you haven't seen the last of me. You haven't seen the last of me yet. You haven't seen the last of me yet. You haven't seen the last of me yet. Oh, it's a dirty little secret who I really am. The songwriter with the guitar and a gun in my head. But when we lost him forever, I just wish I had said they haven't seen the last of you yet. But it's 1 step, 2 steps. My Labrador sleeping with her head on my chest, and it's 3 steps, 4 steps, running to the rhythm of you haven't seen the last of me. You haven't seen the last of me yet. You haven't seen the last of me yet. You haven't seen the last of me yet. Oh, the last of me yet.
Thanks, guys.
Imogen Clark. And of course, she's from Australia. We were talking about Tommy Emmanuel. The Troubadour Concert Series is the sister project to WoodSongs at the Kentucky Theater. And on October 14th, Tommy Emmanuel will be there in concert right here in Lexington. The tickets are going kind of quickly. December 10th, Over the Rhine will be there. We just found out today that we're able to confirm Mac McAnally is going to be at the Kentucky Theater along with Marty Stewart as well. So things are shaping up. If you want to keep track of what's going on with WoodSongs and the Troubadour Concert Series, we encourage you to go to the WoodSongs website, click on the newsletter. We do not share your email address. We do not sell it to anybody. It's exclusively for WoodSongs and Troubadour, but there's a lot happening fast, and we encourage you to be part of the fun. And speaking of fun, it was so great having you guys come all the way from Springfield, Missouri, wasn't it? All the way. So nice to have so many come from around the country to be on WoodSongs. And so, Addie, what song did you choose for the encore song?
We decided to do Sea of Heartbreak.
Do it.
They don't shock me.
Ozark Echoes from Springfield, Missouri. Addie, Chloe, and Jahal, and we want to give props to Andrea, the mama bear in the back, playing the bass. Nothing happens without the parents and the grandparents and the guardians to help these kids. I always enjoy when I hear folks like you perform so well, and I remember when we first started WoodSongs Kids that we were laughed at and ridiculed, and people said, oh, you're ruining the show, and don't do it, and stuff, and you know what my response to all that was? We love the WoodSongs Kids, right? When it's right, it's right. Now, another thing, too, before we get to Jubilee here in a second, WoodSongs is not an easy broadcast to put together because we don't own the theater. We have to, start from zero, put it together, and end on zero when we're done. Today was one of those rare days where a lot of the normal WoodSongs crew members were not here. And what you see on stage was 95% put together by that guy on the camera, Gavin Clark. Of course, Nick helped, and Kimber White put the cameras together on her own. She did that. Where's Kimber? Wave to everybody, Kimber. So even when the crew is minimal, they are spectacular because they come through, and if you would like to become part of this amazing family that does these amazing things, I know Gavin Clark would really appreciate your help. So, all right, Jubilee Young. We were talking in the broadcast the unfortunate nature of the music business now prevents you from performing your father's song on a broadcast. You want to explain to the audience what goes on?
Well, in the earlier label days and when my dad signed his first few record deals, they usually took the writer's publishing and the producer or the label would get that. And so the way a song works is there's weird math, there's 200% of it. Yeah. I don't know why they do that, but there's 100% to the publisher and 100% to the writer.
Which is really 50%.
It's really 50%.
Right.
So, at this point, a large entity has the publishing on Seven Bridges Road. So.
And they would prevent you from performing it on a morning TV show in some hometown or something because unless that TV show secures and pays for the rights, you're not allowed to play it.
That is correct.
So
technically, they are a silent but much bigger and richer partner.
Yeah, right. Forever there, whether you like it or not. Is it hard for you as Steve's son to get ownership of these songs so that you can perform them? See, the way it works, if Jubilee owns the song publishing, he will then be allowed, whenever he wants, to perform his father's songs, right?
I mean, you just need a big, scary lawyer and just be able to afford one. That's really all there is to it. And I don't want to telegraph my actions, but I have a big, scary lawyer, so we'll see what happens.
Well, good luck, because when you get it, I want you to come back on WoodSongs and perform it on the broadcast. But we can listen to you perform it now, post-show, and we're so glad that you can. Jubilee Young, 7 Bridges Road.
Stars in the southern sky. Now I have loved you like a baby, like some lonesome child, and child beneath warm stars down the 7 bridges road. Now there are stars in the southern sky, and if ever you decide you should go, there is a taste of time, sweet and honey, down the 7 bridges road. I got a spare room behind the barn for my Mac attack when I'm on the farm. You click it on, then you click around. See the cyber fun I found. Well, I'm a hayseed of the first degree. I'm a country boy from Tennessee. But on the screen I'm so debonair, I'm a cyber hunk.